Welcome back, you guys. I am so excited for today's video because not only do we have one palette, but we have two palettes to talk about. I have here the Vampy Treat and the Just Desserts, and these are from Ladybug Glow, and it's a collaboration with the Eyescream Beauty Box, which I really love as well. I'll talk a little bit about that in this video, but so far I've created one look and I'm so in love with it. I cannot wait to show you guys the swatches and stuff. Wait till you hear how much these are. It's gonna blow your mind, but let's go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather, and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe, and don't forget to click the little bell so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. Okay, so now let's get into some information about these palettes. And before we get started, I do have a code with Ladybug Glow. I'm pretty sure it is AOML 10. I'll verify and pop it up on the screen as well, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It is affiliated, but it will save you 10% off of your order. And let me tell you, okay, so we have this palette first, the Just Desserts. And excuse my dogs, they're barking obviously, but it is so freaking beautiful. We have 8 gorgeous mattes and 4 beautiful shimmers, and this color story is very special and it makes me excited. You could create some really good unique looks with this. You could do some simple looks with it, and towards the end of the video I will talk about color combinations with you guys in case you are looking for some inspiration. But this palette is already discounted at $25, which blew my freaking mind. And I could not wait to tell you guys about it. These just came out as well. And like I mentioned, they will be in the Eyescream Beauty Box too, which I love. I highly recommend that beauty box. I get it every month. I pay for it myself. If you are interested in seeing me like do an unboxing or anything, let me know. I would be totally into it, but I do recommend that box. So we also have the Vampy Treat, and this one is really beautiful. This is actually what I have on my eyes, and I love this look. I had so much fun. So Ladybug Glow has a really easy to use formula as well. It's very beginner friendly, really easy to blend. The shimmers are really beautiful and impactful, and I love them. But that is the same price. It retails for $25.34. You can also bundle these palettes for, I think it's $50.69. You can get both, which freaking blew my mind when I saw that. I couldn't wait to tell you about it because that's a really good deal. You know how much indie palettes are going for like nowadays. But this palette I bought a little while back. It was the release before this one, and it is the Magical Creation. I love the packaging on this so much, but this is such a beautiful color story. I have not used this one on camera, and I probably won't get time to unless it's like for one of those like 4 looks types of videos. But this is such an easy, effortless palette. And let me show you the shimmers. I'm not going to do looks in this video with it, of course, but I had to talk about it because this palette is on the site for $14 before a code. And I can't believe that because this is really gorgeous. Like really gorgeous. These shimmers are absolutely beautiful. Look at those. They're so beautiful. And that's a freaking steal. So I wanted to let you guys know about it though, in case, you know, you were interested or something. If I think about it, I'll try to get swatches of this one and put it up in the video too, so you guys can see it like all swatched out. But it's just one of those really easy, effortless types of formulas. So that is all the information I have on this release. I'm super excited to show you guys how I created this look, but I'm really excited to dig into this one tomorrow. I have so many good ideas and I can't wait to get into it. Let's go ahead and get started with look number 1. You guys, I cannot stop listening to this freaking book. I'm still on Glow of the Everflame, which is book 2 in the Kindred's Curse saga, and I'm so in love with it. I'm towards the end. There's like, I'm on like chapter 43, and she's doing the challenge, and I had to stop so that I could film. But I am really excited to create a look with this palette. I think it's really, really beautiful. Artwork is okay. The packaging is great quality, but this color story is freaking gorgeous. I loved it once I swatched it out. I thought it was really beautiful, but I have an eye look in mind, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. So we're going to start with the shade here called Matcha, and I'm just going to do that on my E27 from Sigma. I always get Singe and Sigma like mixed up in my brain, but I just want to put this on the inner corner. It's like the perfect shade for this. It would be really beautiful with the blue as well, but with the eye look I have in mind, I'm kind of stuck on this, so I'm not doing the blue. But just for inspiration, I think like this shade in the inner corner, it's called Mist, and then use it throughout the crease. Maybe deepen up a little with Grungy, but first go in with Berry. And then maybe if you need to deepen it up, use a little bit of Grungy. But those would be so gorgeous together. You could even add in some Truffle. And then these two on the lid, it would be a gorgeous look. Let me know if you guys create it. And if you have Instagram, please tag me in your looks. You have no idea how much that just makes my whole freaking day. I love it so much. So now I want to go in with the shade here called Mist, and we're going to do that on this Glam Light brush first, and then I'll go in with my Singe Beauty like large blending brush, the E03, yeah. But first I want to get it laid down. I'm so sorry for my raspy voice too, but I don't know why more people aren't talking about these. These are really beautiful, and they're coming out in the Eyescream Beauty Box for January. That is one of the best subscription boxes I've had in a minute. I really enjoy it. I do buy it myself, and if you guys would be interested in like seeing videos with that stuff, please let me know. But I really like it. There's some beautiful products in there, and if I don't like use them for a video, I don't open them because I like to add them to my giveaway. But they have like a lot of really cool stuff from indie brands, so I really do recommend. And I'm sorry my voice is still so gravelly. So for my lip combo, I did the One Size Shy But Fly with the Sigma lip oil in the shade Tint. I've really been enjoying that combo, but I like to use that when I don't really know like how the look's gonna turn out and what I want to do. I feel like it just kind of goes with everything. But now I'm switching over to the E03. Just blending all that out. For highlighter today, I use this palette from ADEPT, and it's really, really beautiful. I'll link it down below, of course, but I use this shade. I cannot say the name of this palette or most of the shade names, so I'm not even going to attempt it, but it is very, very beautiful. So now I want to go into this shade right here called Wine. It's really, really beautiful. I love like wine, these wine shades with gray. I think it's such a beautiful combo, but I think it might also be really pretty with this green as well. At least that's the hope. Now I'm going to use the Singe Beauty E04 and just pick up that same shade. I want to go ahead and run it down here. Now I'm just blending that out. It's going to be really pretty. You got to trust the process. But I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember, but I think Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls might use the same factory. I could be wrong, so don't count me on that, but they both have that really easy to work with formula. It's very beginner friendly. It's easy to blend out, but it's also very pigmented. And I like a formula that layers, and I feel like theirs does a good job for that as well. I have another palette I picked up from them, but I ended up not having time to review it because it was like during the rush of, you know, the holidays and stuff. So I didn't get to review it, but I did use it off camera, and it is so beautiful. It's one of those easy, effortless, everyday kind of palettes. And if I remember, I'll link it down below. But I think a lot of you would really like it. But I'm just taking this wine shade, and I'm like kind of blending it up and out. And slowly like deepening up the shade while going back and forth with these two brushes with the gray on it and blending that out. But what I think I want to do is, I hope I'm not going to regret it, but I think I might tap in some of Grungy and then go back over it with the purple. I just want to see what it'll look like, to be honest, because I think it might be really cool. It just kind of turns it black. Okay, so I won't cover the whole thing, but I do think that looks cool. It probably would have been really pretty if I would have used that like before the purple and then did the purple on top of it. I got a new shirt on today. It's a Kingfisher shirt, and the back of it is so cute. I'll pop a picture up on the screen, but I got it off of Etsy, and it's from like the Quicksilver novel. I can't wait for part 2 to come out, but I loved it so much that I was like, I want a shirt. And it's comfort colors. Let me tell you, I was poor, like really poor most of my childhood. Like I grew up with government assistance, and before I met Amanda and moved in with her, I worked like retail. I worked at Amazon as in stowing. That was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had. I've worked in a lot of fast food places. Like I did not get my high school diploma, which is something I really want to fix and go back and get my GED, but I'm trying to get my ADHD under control first because I'm kind of like all over the place. But I've worked a lot of jobs like that. I don't remember what I was even talking about, guys. I don't know where that train of thought was going. Oh, shirts. God help me. Anyways, like, I didn't have money to spend on clothes, but in all honesty, there's a difference between like those brands and like Comfort Colors, which they're like, you can find them for like $10 on Etsy, but they are the best, most comfortable, thick but not too thick t-shirts I have ever found in my whole entire life. They're so freaking good. Highly recommend. And it's one of those things like I didn't realize what I was missing out on until I got it. So if you are a t-shirt person like myself, highly recommend. And I love, if you like reading, I really love following Book Babe Designs. I started following them because of Betty Jean, and I've fallen so in love with her like designs and t-shirts and sweatshirts. I have quite a few now, so I highly recommend them. But you can also find a lot of good ones on Etsy that aren't even like book related or anything like that. I just bought one today that says I'm overstimulated, because usually I am. And it's really, really cute, but I highly recommend. Love Comfort Colors. And I will link them, like the Book Babe Designs person, down below. This eye look is really pretty, if I do say so myself. So now we're going to go back into Matcha. And you know the drill. I'm going to take this up and over. and Ladybug Glow used to only be sold on Etsy, but they have started their own like site, and congratulations on that. And it's a really nice site, which makes me really happy for her, and I recommend checking it out. Okay, so I think this is good where it's at least for now. I want to play with the shimmers. You already know. So I've got this new glitter glue from Clionadh, and it's called the Shine On Shimmer Shadow Enhancer. This is part of the Bad to the Brow collab, and I just want to see what this one is like. It's in a clear, like, it's a clear type of formula, and the applicator is doe foot. I guess I could have showed you what I was even talking about, but I want to try this. I tried it like in a swatch on my hand when I first got it, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel sticky. Maybe I shouldn't have tried a new formula with this. So I'll do this formula on this eye and then do my Bella Beauty Bar one on the other, because y'all know that's my favorite. And I know like how it works with shimmers and stuff. Now, this is the part I am so freaking excited for, because these shimmers in this palette are truly so stunning. But I want to start with Bloom. I love this. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. So pretty. Is it going to go with this look? I don't know. But we're going to try to make it. That like antique gold shade looks just so perfect with the purple and the green, in my opinion. And I'll try to find a way to like tie it in, maybe with liner or something like that. Then we're going to go in with Twilight. Oh, I love this shade. It's so beautiful and just reflective. It's a really pretty, like, is it a duo? Maybe. Oh, it's gonna be good. Me and Amanda always say that to each other, but we say it's gonna be fun, and usually it is. I think the owner of Ladybug Glow's name is Amanda as well, so that might have been confusing, but I was referring to my girlfriend Amanda. Oh, this is so pretty. I love it. Now I'm going to pick up some more of this shade Wine, and I just want to tap it right here to try to get it to like really blend in with that shimmer shade. I just like to flick it in, and I feel like it helps. But I like that. And I was putting gold there, but I'm going to put green instead. And I want to go into a little bit of truffle. So I've never had truffles. Let me know if you have and like what they taste like, if you like them. I've heard different things, and I would love to know. I think I've made like some kind of truffles like sauce, but it was a HelloFresh dinner, and it was kind of like a seasoning packet, so I don't really know if it was actually truffles or like. I think this is really cute. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of it. It's different, that's for sure. So now I'm going to use my Singe Beauty E01, and we're going to go back into Twilight, this green shade. And I'm going to use my setting spray and just put that down here. I need to stop using my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray to do this, because that stuff ain't cheap. And I really love that setting spray. It's become my favorite. But if you look in my description box, when I have a setting spray in there, I always use my Charlotte Tilbury and let it dry. And then I go over it with this, because the Charlotte Tilbury hydrates, and the one size like locks it in place. So that is the way I like to do it, and it works well for me. But this is the look. Now I gotta figure out something to use for the inner corner. And I got this new palette from Clionadh, and I still haven't gotten to use it yet. But it is really beautiful and I can't wait to try it. I need to put it over here though so I remember that it's here. Okay, I'm going to use Transparent from the Blame Bunny Noctilucent palette. This is like my go-to when I need an inner corner shade. It's one of my favorites to pull out because there's always one there. Actually, I went in with a little bit of Transient, but now I'm going to go in with a tad bit of Enlighten. It's more of a like yellow. And I think it might help tie this in, the orange. And I think that's really pretty. Okay guys, I'm going to go finish this look off camera, find some liner, see what the hell happens with my book, and I'll be right back. The book is really good, guys. I got 38 minutes of it left, and then I'm moving on to book 3. But the look, I love the way this turned out. It's very different than anything I've ever done, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I stuck with my plan because I love the way it turned out. I think it's beautiful. So I changed out my lip combo to the Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Anywhere Caffeine, and I did the Unearthly Ash lipstick. It's a part of that 5-piece Sorcery set. I love them so much, but I think it goes really well with the eye look, and I really love this cool tone purple. Menagerie has one too, and I've been really enjoying that as well. So for liner, my punch from ColourPop is starting to dry up, so I did the white first and then I went over it with punch, and I love the way it turned out. I feel like it really brings that yellow into the look and ties that center shade in very, very well. So as for the palette, I'm having a lot of fun with it. There are 12 shades in here and I've used 8 of them, and so far so good. The formula is really easy to work with. I really enjoy the color story, and I like that it goes from really light to really dark. It's an easy palette to work with, but you could get some really fun creative looks out of it as well. So far so good. Stay tuned for my monthly ranking. I'm going to try to use it some more behind the scenes and stuff so I can let you guys know like how I feel about it completely. These are my first impressions, but my first impressions are that this is really good quality, and so far I do recommend. I want to use this shade. Like, that is beautiful, and it would make a gorgeous highlight as well, but I really want to use the blue too. But look at that. That's like so wet looking. Would be such a gorgeous highlight shade. So I'm excited to have it in my collection. I'm also excited to create a look with this one tomorrow because this one is really beautiful too, and the shimmers in here are so good. I'm about to create such a fun look. Fingers crossed. I can't wait to show it to you guys, but let me know what you think of this one down below. And now let's move on to look number 2. I'm back for the second look, the second palette. I'm dropping it already, but it is the Just Desserts. So I've been wanting, like, thinking about doing like these two in the crease with this on the lid. I feel like that would be really pretty, maybe even some of that one, but I decided to switch it up last minute, and I want to do these two in the crease with these two on the lid, maybe even some of that one, and we'll just do like a dark dramatic look. Raise your hand if you're surprised. And then let us know how long you've been here, because I know for those of you who have been here for a while, you are not surprised. I love a dark look. So what I'm going to do is just going to use my velour poof to set my eye primer, well, which was just concealer this time, because these are dark shades and I do want to be able to like really get them to blend. I'm also going to pull out a white like translucent setting powder in case I need help, but I will say this is a pretty effortless formula, so I should be alright. I got a sharp pain in my chest, and let me just say, the older you get, the more those pains scare the hell out of you. Okay, so we're going to go in with the shade Mojito. I really like these color stories. They're really fun. They're the kind of palettes that kind of take you out of the box, and those are my favorite. So I'm really excited to play with this. I'm going to start with this little E27 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to be very careful with that shade because you see it is really dark. Is she real dark? And then this is the Glam Light Friday the 13th brush. I'm just using that to blend this out. Like I said, it's going to be really dramatic. So I'm going to take a little bit of this setting powder because I need a lighter shade for here. And I am just going to use this to try to lighten this shade and kind of blend it up and blend it out. I picked up a little more on my brush. And I'm just trying to lighten this a little because it is a deeper shade, but I need it for inner corner. And I want it to look like nice and blended. But I don't want it to like get carried away. So I think I might leave it like this. Let me look in the other palette and see what shades were in there. I need a mint. That would be really nice. But I do not have one, so we're going to have to just try to make this work. My only thing is I do wish the palettes had a lighter shade, but I don't think they're meant to be that. They're meant to be darker and vampy, which, I mean, the name is literally on that one. And I do love those types of looks as well. And these would also be really nice on a deeper skin tone. Now, I think I'm going to take this blue all the way across, and then I'll use that shade Garnish or Garnache. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm going to use that. Oops, I accidentally dipped into that. But I'm going to use that to deepen up the look even further. So this look won't be two-toned in the way that they typically are. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff. And I'm going to use this little small like shader brush from Singe. It's the E04. And I'm going to pick up some more of that and go ahead and line the lower lash line. That way I can bring this up and over the way that I like. That way I know like how far to take the mattes. Because when they're deep like this, if you're not careful, they can get carried away, which I'm sure you know. It's going to match my shirt really well, which was actually an accident. I was getting ready to start filming and trying to find something to wear, and I was like, you know what, the hell with it. I'm wearing a Book Babes Designs t-shirt. It's the Christmas ones, and I love them so much. They're so comfortable too. It's the Comfort Colors t-shirt brand, and I got on Etsy and found so many cute ones that are like book related to books that I've read, and bought a bunch. I'm so excited to get them in. I even found some on Amazon, but the cutest ones I feel like are definitely on Etsy. Highly recommend you check that out. So I just went in and picked up some of the pigment and tapped in a little bit of setting powder as well to try to lighten this up so I can get like that smooth gradient. Now, if you have a deeper skin tone than me, you won't have that issue. And I could have easily went in with one of the lighter shades, but I just have a certain look in mind that I really want to do, which is why I decided to do it this way. And two, it shows you like how good the color blends and everything. Now I'm switching over to another one of these brushes from Glamlight, and we're going to go into this deep purple. Actually, let me do another E27 instead, because I don't want, this is like very deep, and I'm excited to see these two paired together. I think it's going to be beautiful, but I want to be careful and not let it like overtake the whole entire eye, which it probably will anyways. I just think these two colors together are so gorgeous, and the more I press on, the more it should intensify it. You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do with this inner corner as well. And I don't know why I didn't think of it to begin with, but you'll just have to wait and see. But you see how easy that blends? Amanda from Ladybug Glow has a very good eye for color combos. Some people, it's just one of those things that you either have it or you don't, and she has it. Not all brands are good at color combos, but that's the thing I love about indie brands so much, because I feel like a lot of indie brand owners are very good at that, but maybe I'm biased because I do really love indie brands, but their color combinations and the palettes just make me so excited. Now I'm switching over to this Glamlight brush. Now that I like feel comfortable with the color and like see how easily it blends and stuff, I don't care to kind of like go in a little more ham. Then I'm going to use that same brush from Cliona, that little flat one, and just run some of that deep shade down here. You know, it would be really pretty to put some like glitter glue, do a halo, and just like tap this in the center. That would be so gorgeous. Now, what I was thinking about the inner corner is adding a little bit of this. And I still might do it. It could be too much, and that kind of worries me. Maybe it might like be a bit too much, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go off camera and wipe some of this blue away, and I'll be right back with concealer and stuff, and then we'll try the inner corner pop. Okay, I'm back. So there will be no turning back from this. So I'm hoping that it's going to be everything I want it to be. I need to clean off one of these E27 brushes. Now we're going to go into that shade Sorbet. And I've just set this. I think I set it. I meant to. I hope I did. So it'll be easier to blend out. I don't want it to mix with that like more that mojito shade, because it will probably muddy up. So now I'm cleaning off the brush, and I'm going to use the product that's here to blend this out the best that I can. And like I usually do my inner corner shade, I'm going to take it like kind of up and over. I'll leave the like main inner corner blank because I'll probably just use a shimmer for that. It'll be a lot easier to work with a shimmer, but I'll have to pull something in, and I just made a mess. Now I have Celine Dion stuck on my head because I said there's no turning back. I'm going to take a little bit of this down here as well. My like filming setup is like right over top of my living room where my couch is at, and I can hear Amanda's whole entire phone conversation. She's one of those people you can tell like that she had a big family at one point, because she talks really loud, probably to talk over a bunch of people talking. But I'm just slightly taking this up and over as much as I can. I didn't plan on doing a two-tone look, but it still turned out to be one. I'm just so into those kinds of looks right now. Then I'm going to use this brush that has like that deep purple on it. And I'm going to bring this in a little more. It will kind of help tie those two together even better. I think it's really cool. But now we're going to move on to shimmers. So my favorite glitter primer right now is this one from Bella Beauty Bar, and it's almost out, and unfortunately it is out of stock on the site, so I had to get something, and I picked up the white ones. I don't know if I'll like these as much because they're pigmented, but I still want to try them. I bought them, so it is what it is. So I'm going in with my Sigma E55. There's a hair on my brush. That would have been aggravating me to death. And I'm just essentially going to use this to cut my crease. My only issue with this is one of the shades that I'm using is iridescent. And I want it to have some color to lay on. So because of that, I'm going to pull in something else. Another kind of primer. So I have all of these from DD Signature, and I don't get nearly enough use out of them. But should we do, that would be really pretty. It won't go though. I think I'm going to tap a little bit of this pink on there, but I'll use a little bit of that white from Bella Beauty Bar and mix it, make the pink a little lighter. And I really do like these ones from DD Signature. I also have a code with them as well. That needs to be a little more pink. And it's AOML, I'm pretty sure. If it's not AOML, it's AOML 10. It's one or the other. There we go. I will have these primers linked down below, both of them. But once this clear one restocks, I highly recommend. It's one of my top favorites. Okay, so now into the look. I'm really excited. Into the shimmers. I'm really excited about these. I really wanted to use that one, but it just doesn't go with the look. So we're going to start with Revenge. And this is like such a beautiful, like inky color. But the good thing about my nail breaking is it's going to be a lot easier to use my fingernails to, my fingers to apply my shimmers. That shade is so stunning. She's beautiful. Oh, and I feel like it's the perfect shade for this look. I am so not used to not having nails. My fingers look so stubby and fat now. That shade is gorgeous. Wait, I put the wrong shade down, guys. I put the wrong shade down, but I should be able to fix it. Okay, so, because I wanted to use that shade. I just wanted to use it like here in the center. This shade out here is wrong, so I'll go back in with some more glitter glue. Let me use the clear one because I don't want to mess up the look. What did I do with it? Right in front of my face. So I'm going to pull some of this out and just slightly go over it to make it tacky again, so that I can go over it with the shade Revenge. The one that I used right there is Sparkle, and it's really pretty too, but I really wanted to use this more like inky shade out here. But now I'm like, that one shade was really pretty there, wasn't it? Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. I like it a lot. Oh, I feel like a mermaid. Now I want to dig back into the shade Cone. I don't know why I said back into. It's really, really pretty. It looks like a duo at the very least. And I'm going to use my pinky. It's really pretty. This shade feels a little drier though than the other ones. It's a different formula for sure. It's just supposed to be like an iridescent topper, but it does feel a little bit dry. Still looks really gorgeous though, and that's all that matters in the end. And I just switched over to the E01, you know, because it's my favorite, like, to pick up these types of shades. Okay, so I need something a little more pink for this inner corner, or this will not make any sense. So if you're like recreating this with these palettes, you can pull something in like from your collection. But I want to use the pink that's in this palette. As I mentioned, I think in look 1, this palette is really beautiful. And it might be one that I end up taking with me to like Greece and Turks and Caicos when I go this upcoming year. Oh, and by the way, Happy New Year, guys. It's actually the 31st when I'm filming this, and it's this video might be pre-filmed, so we'll have to see like when I actually post it, but I just wanted to say Happy New Year. And that helped. See, this one's iridescent. And it feels the same as the other. God, look how dirty my hands are. They're covered in eyeshadow. But that shade is so stunning. And this is the eye. I'm going to go off camera, wash my hands, and finish up this look. And then I will be back to show you guys the finished look and share my thoughts on these palettes. I have some thoughts, and I do have a favorite, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. Look at me sounding like a TV show. I am back with the finished look, and I feel like a mermaid. This look really came together. So I did change out my lip combo. I changed it to these two products, but I don't know if either one of these are still available. I know this one isn't. It is from Glamlight, the Michaela Part 2 collection. It's probably really expired, but I needed something this color to go with the inner corner of the eye, so I used it anyway. Then I went over it with this gloss from ColourPop. It is the Ultra Glossy Lip. This is from the Beauty and the Beast collection. It doesn't have a shade name though. But it's really pretty. If this one might still be available. If it is, I'll link it down below. These glosses from them are really, really pretty. It's like a light pink, milky kind of color, and I love it. So I went in with my Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlighter because I needed something with a little more sparkle, like pizzazz, and I knew that I had that in this palette. I needed it for that inner corner, like desperately. And I used the All Natural lashes from Bright Lashes. I've worn these like probably close to 20 times by now, and they are still in mint condition. I love these freaking lashes. And for liner, I use two. I used the Gift Beauty liner in the shade Bathwater and the ColourPop liner in the shade Big Splash. I just did the deeper one on the outer part and then the lighter on the inner, and that way it really gives that pop. And I feel like it kind of angles with the way it like shines on the lid as well, and I think it's really, really pretty. And I love that the mattes in the outer corner match my shirt. That was a very happy accident. But all in all, I really love this look, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think. Which look was your favorite? Which palette is your favorite? And did you guys pick any of these up? I don't know if I said it in the beginning of this video, but I did get these in PR. I can't remember if I said it or not. It took me 20 minutes to remember or not if I even filmed the intro of this video. It's been a long week, guys. But I do have some thoughts on these. So, I really like both of them, but if I had to pick a favorite, it would definitely be the Vampy Treat. I love this color story. I think it's really gorgeous. I love the cool tones in here. I love the wine shade with the like poppy greens, and this shade is so stunning, and I love every shade in this palette. I think they are beautiful. This palette I feel the same way about. I really do love the shimmers, these three, the deeper ones. I like the color story. It is not a standalone palette for me though, because I do need help like blending and stuff, which I think I did a good job using setting powder to do it. But out of the two, my favorite color story is definitely this one. So my only like critique I have is the iridescent shades in both palettes. While they are very beautiful, I will show you swatches. They're really beautiful shades, and they look beautiful in the swatch. That would be such a good highlighter. I think I mentioned that yesterday, but they are too dry, and on the lid they look duller than what they do in the swatch, and I just think that that formula needs to be like amped up a little bit because it is a very dry texture, and that's why I had to pull something else in. You guys know I like a high impact shine, and I feel like you don't get that out of those two iridescent shades. However, you do get it out of the other shimmers in the palette. They are beautiful, and these ones are like really silky and smooth. That one is freaking breathtaking, and I love the shimmer formula in this palette. I think it's really gorgeous. But if I could just offer any advice, I just say that the iridescent formula does need to be like switched up a little bit. But all in all, I think these are really beautiful. Like they're worth far greater than their price. The mattes are really gorgeous. The color stories are gorgeous. I had an easy time blending them, even considering that this look I created today was very dark and vampy. These shades are very dark for someone with very fair skin tone like me, and I was still able to make them work. Like I have a really good gradient, a really good blend here, if I do say so myself, but a lot of that is due to the formula and the ease of use. So I do recommend these. I do think they are beginner friendly as well, especially if you pull some other stuff in to have those lighter shades, then you know it would be even easier to use. But I think she has a great eye for color stories and like fun combos and stuff like that, and I can't wait to see what else she comes out with. I do know that she just released a brush collection. I'll pop it up here on the screen somewhere. And I have not tried any of her brushes yet, but I will say this collection looks very, very beautiful. And if you guys are interested, I will have it all linked down below, along with all of the other products that I have used on my face today. But I had so much fun doing this video and creating these looks. And thank you so much to Amanda from Ladybug Glow for sending these out to me. I think they're beautiful, and you did a fantastic job. And I can't wait to see what other palettes you create in 2025. But now it is your turn to tell me your thoughts down below and which look was your favorite. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And just so you know, I love you guys so much. And I think the word I love you gets thrown around very, very lightly, loosely these days. People say it too easily. So just know that I don't take that word lightly, and when I say it, I really mean it. And I hope that you guys have the best year of your lives in 2025. And I'm excited to see where the year takes all of us, and you know, where it takes us as a community. But I really appreciate and love you guys for being here, for supporting me and my channel. It means the world to me. This 2024 has been one hell of a year, and it ended with me going to Vegas and meeting Angelica and Christina and a bunch of people that I love and been watching for years, and none of that would be possible without you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your love and support. And until next time, bye.